Hi guys, welcome to my apartment. Alright, so first things first, I moved into this apartment about 5 months ago, and it was really sterile, you guys. Like it was bad. I would say it was the most authentically gray, beigey, just like run of the mill apartment. I I thought it had really good bones. I was like, okay, I feel like I can work with this. When I saw it, I was like, I think this is the place because it has all this exposed concrete and the floors are luxury vinyl plank, which is not my favorite, but it had this ledge in the living room, and I thought, okay, wow, I could really make it look cute in here, you know what I mean? When I moved in, I didn't really know what I wanted to do, but I wanted to feel really warm and really cozy and just like, you're at home when you walk in. So for the furniture, I wanted to go for a more mid-century leaning vibe because the building is so new and it's so kind of like sterile in here. I thought, okay, what's an era of like furniture design that I really love to kind of incorporate as one of the main inspirations for the space? And I thought mid-century was wonderful. It has a lot of warm tones and it kind of counteracts the sterileness of the building, which was very helpful. So one of my favorite furniture pieces in here is definitely my couch. It's this gorgeous mid-century couch. I am not sure who makes it. I've tried to figure it out. I couldn't figure it out. But it's kind of like almost a corduroy fabric. It's red and then it's sitting on a bronze base, which I thought was really pretty. And I thought, okay, this would be a great mixing piece. And one tip that I would recommend for everybody when you're designing your house is to not be scared to take risks. I think that is what makes a space visually interesting, and I think that's what makes a space unique and a reflection of you as a person. There's nothing more beautiful, even if it's not my personal style, than somebody's house or apartment that is a reflection of them, and you can just tell that they live there. So, you guys, I'm just taking a quick little Olipop break. I love these. I'm not sponsored, but they're delicious, and I am running out of steam, so I need to get it together. Okay. I would say another really important piece in my living room for me was my coffee table, and I ended up going into a vintage store and I found this gorgeous vintage mid-century coffee table by Lane. It was actually made in 1969, which is when my stepdad was born, so I was like, okay, it's a sign, we gotta get it. That was the story of my coffee table. Not very interesting, but there you go. Something that I carry through everywhere I live is when it comes to art, I like it to be standalone. I don't want my house to feel like a museum, but when there's a big wall, I think it's really great to have a big piece of art that you really, really love. And so I think more is less. I mean, less is more when it comes to having art in your house, especially in a studio apartment. When it comes to designing a studio apartment, it's one space, so it's kind of tricky to go about that. A strategy that I used was kind of along the lines of color theory. My living room is much more warm toned and has more of a variety of color in it. My bedroom is more simple, more cool tone, but it also pulls colors from the living room. So it's not like you're walking into two different houses here. So, welcome to my bedroom. This is the newest space in my house. Like any young person moving, I slept on a mattress on the floor for about 4.5 months. Here's some pictures of the before. It was really beautiful. I changed it a lot. I was working with what I had. Funny story about my old bedroom was I was just driving home from school and I saw outside of a vintage store, I saw these apple crates and I was like, oh my god, nightstands for my mattress on the floor. So I went and I picked them up and I bought them. They were super cheap, and those were my nightstands, if you couldn't tell. When I put together my bed frame, I actually took them and then I rotated them sideways, and now I've got a little I'm breaking the fourth wall here with this like chair setup, but whatever. I've got I've got this nice little plant stand. Yeah, I think that looks nice. I don't really have much else to say about that. So when I went about designing this bedroom, so I had gotten this painting before. It used to hang in my bathroom. It's the one right over there. It's a picture of this really boring fruit and a I don't know exactly what possessed me to buy that. I basically took the color scheme from the painting and I was like, there's something really like sultry and like sexy and moody about this still life of fruit. I'm talking about the color scheme, so don't get messed up. So I just pulled the color scheme from it, and I actually had this leftover blue bedding. I did the blue bedding, and then a carpet from the Rugs USA Arvin Olana collection. It's I think it's in the color brick. To pair with that, I did these two side tables from CB2. I wanted something more vintagey looking. These ones are chrome and enamel. My bedside lamps are actually from IKEA, and I love them so much. They are wonderful. They're really solid, actually, so I would highly recommend. And then as far as the artwork goes in here, I went to Goodwill, actually, and I was just looking in the art section for fun. Then I found the piece above my bed, which is so random. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's over here. I don't know. It's this drawing of three dudes. I can see their back and their butts, and I think it's a little funny. So a tip for anybody out there, if you're trying to get some art on a budget, so I go to Goodwill, I go get a frame for like $5, and then I take one of my art books from my house and I cut the page out and I frame whatever piece of art I want. So this is the one I did. I cut it out from my Yoshitomo Nara book, and then I framed this like creature here. It's like the Nara person, but on like a duck. I don't really know what's going on. And I found this frame at Goodwill. It had a really creepy baby picture in it before, so I was happy to get that out. Welcome to my lovely, lovely little gorgeous bathroom. Okay, I'm back standing up again because I realized I can fit in the frame. So for this room, I wanted to really play with texture, and so I did the brown shower curtain. I did another green rug in here, except this one is a grid. And then we have this little wooden table, which, wood never hurts, or maybe I shouldn't say that. Wood always helps to warm things up a little bit. So we've got the wood table, and then I did just this little plant in here, and then I've got these striped bath towels, which I also thought really helped. And then I've got this gorgeous little painting, and I thought it was great, Art really helps it feel a little bit less cold. Now we're in the corner, and I just wanted to talk about these because I think they're so hilarious. So this is a series, it's an art series that I found at this warehouse that they turned into a thrift store. But anyway, the series is called The Affair, and it's basically just this woman with a boab, and she's walking. She's kind of on the walk of shame in one of them. Okay, everybody. So that was my apartment. I really hope you liked it. It's still definitely in the process, but I definitely think I'm going to be doing some more videos along the lines of updates and stuff like that. I really have to do my entryway over. You can find me on Instagram at Cooper Osinski Interiors and Cooper Plants everywhere else. Also, make sure to check out my website. It's called cooperosinski.com. On there, you can view my portfolio of all the projects that I've done besides this one. On my website, you can also book a consultation with me to have me help you with any kind of interior design project. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned, I guess. All right, bye.